So last night we had Jose Aldo versus Jeremy Stephens in a boxing event. And, obviously note that of leg kicks, it's not MMA, it's bigger gloves. And the two of them, Jose Aldo and Jeremy Stephens, they put on a pretty good boxing match. A lot of people thought Aldo won 4-2, but it was scored a draw. But both of them showed a pretty good account of themselves. Now, for those of you who are complete casuals, you probably all know that Jeremy Stephens is who the fuck is that guy? The dude that Conor kind of shut down at that press conference when he said he was the hardest hitting featherweight. So, the thing about Jeremy Stephens, record is pretty deceiving. Of course, his accuracy is pretty shit in this weight class, but he has pretty hellacious power, and that's how he was able to get a second life in the featherweight division until his dreams were crushed by Aldo in Calgary. But in the game, he's like one of those 4-star fighters where if he builds a good lead on you, you're in for a good time. You notice that like in lightweight, it's just slightly less in the power department, but relatively the same. But if he gets a big lead on you, it's not necessarily going to be difficult to come back from. But what really screws him over is his accuracy stat and everything else. But there was a time where Jeremy Stephens was in title contention. Like, he was about to be in title contention. He had that one, y'all gotta see it, that hellacious knockout over RDA. Obviously, it was RDA's, I think, debut or something like that. But he knocked him out with a vicious uppercut, which is why that uppercut's a level 4. The lead uppercut should honestly be a lot higher, too. But I think it was like a streak where he beat Duho Choi. Duho Choi was on a solid win streak. He had like knocked down Gilbert Melendez like five times with like calf kicks. Then he TKO'd Duho Choi, and then he brutalized Josh Emmett, who you guys just saw try to fight for an interim title. And then he ran into Aldo, went on a very, very bad win streak after saying he was going to retire Aldo. So, but his record is very deceiving. When he was fighting at his best, he was a legit fucking problem. So we're going to do maybe 1 or 2 quick fights, and then we're going to see if we have time to head into ranked championships. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the showcase. I'll see you guys soon. Speaking of who the fuck, of course, Conor, right? Conor's fitting. Yeah, I remember that Stephens, what was it? He got TKO'd by Aldo. He lost a decision against Zabit. And oh, you motherfucker! Okay, you're gonna pay for that. But it was Yair Rodriguez. I think he got eye poked by Yair Rodriguez seconds in. Then he had like a fight of the night with Yair. It was supposed to be 5 rounds the first time, but it was a 3-round fight. So Yair started out strong. Takes the first 2 rounds. Or the second round was, I think, a little bit closer around the end, but most people had Yair winning it. And then Stephens took him down, and Yair could not do anything to get back up. And Stephens was having his moments. If there's anything that Jeremy Stephens is outside of the body shot KO and the other of his losses, like, he's pretty hard to finish on the feet if you look for the slip straight overhand. But his boxing looked good. He actually looked uncharacteristically composed against Aldo. I was thinking, yeah, you should watch fucking Heathen. I was thinking he was going to come out really aggressive to try and get that finish back in boxing, but that's a lot harder with those big gloves. There we go. Crack him down. Now you go. Know who the fuck now we gotta finish him. I was hoping so. But feeling real good. Uppercut. Second strike. Woo! Heavy hitting, the heaviest hitting 45-pounder right there. Right then and there. Let's go. I would have loved to see this fight. Guy chose Gaethje. Gaethje, he is such a goddamn zombie in this game. Like, his perk, when I showcased him, like, and I was showing y'all, like, the more you hurt him, or when you think you're, of course, when you think you're winning exchanges with him, he becomes a lot more dangerous because he gets that plus to his health. So we got to be real careful here and try to work some of our overhand counters. Jeremy has a nasty overhand, as you guys saw. So I want to time it against the overhand counter. Of course, we can try to use those level 4 calf kicks. Or was it 5? I forgot. Spinning elbow. The spinning elbows. EA, please. We need to fix the spinning elbow problem. We need to get rid of that ridiculous Beyblade animation. Like, look at that. Look at it. It looks like a goddamn Beyblade. Freaking dreidel. It is so busted that that thing can track your ducks. It can track your pulls. And I of course have been able to avoid it plenty of times on stream and counter it, but just because I've been able to find a counter for it does not mean that it's easy. It is much easier for the person, for the person initiating it to have success in the person defensively, especially when it comes to a lot of the tracking issues in this game. Especially that accursed sliding too. But I would have actually loved to see this fight for Jeremy Stephens if it was within the realm of possibility. Because he had fought, when he went up to lightweight, he ended up fighting Mateus Gamrot and got submitted within a minute. And I think at least give him Gaethje, maybe Gaethje finishes him or something. But at least it would have been a better send-off for his last fight in the UFC than that. And now Stephens is in the PFL. I think he lost his most recent bout by like arm triangle. I think that was way back. I don't know if he's still in the PFL. I don't know how the whole boxing thing works. Like, does PFL allow him to box outside of his contract? If he has a contract? I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comments. We're just standing here and brawling. Oof. It was bad. Bad damage. Having a bit of a controller dilemma. Been dealing with it over like the last week or so. Like this, one of my controllers got straight up busted, and then this one kind of drifted left a couple times. So yeah, it starts making me move when I don't want to move. So I gotta be really on that and be careful I don't sidestep into something accidentally. But, ooh, fucking elbow armor. Check that one. Lord, that accuracy stat is caca. 86 who gave him 86 accuracy? Like, who gave it? I wish I had paid more attention to some of these lower rated guys early on. Because, holy, 86 accuracy for Stephens. I could have at least given him an 89. It's not, nothing as bad as goddamn CM Punk. I know his is like 83 or some shit, but fuck. Really seeing it when I'm trying to like intercept it. It's making it very difficult for me to intercept with Stephens the way I would like to. Alright, that's enough spins for you. That's enough spins for you. But as I say, it's like get caught by a clinch hook. Yeah, I see that Aldo and Stephens were talking about running it back. I don't think it's necessary and needed. I heard that also Aldo has a fight. I mean, he's gonna lose to Floyd Mayweather, of course. Doesn't matter that Mayweather's like Mayweather's still within that age where, yo, please tell me y'all saw that. That is what I mean, EA Sports. Like, oh my God, I just swear. In no game, no combat game, this goes for EA Sports, Undisputed, Fight Night Champion. Should there be something that allows you to slide and force you to land magnetically? And now I'm annoyed. Ripping the body. Oh my lord. I mean, this is a fucking brawl, but lord. That head kick should have not landed. He was way out in left field. I forgot what I was gonna fucking say. Yo! Even right there. Yo, y'all so I'll save it. I'll save it for later. Clocked his ass and got him out of there. Ay. Brutal. Alright. I mean, y'all gonna have the benefit of using a replay button, and I'll be able to watch that back myself once I finally upload this. But god damn. Yeah. That was a fun fight. Don't get me wrong, that was a very fun fight. But a couple things there that EA just gotta do better. They simply need to do a lot better when it comes to accuracy, sliding tracking, and more ways to make people suffer for whiffing that hard. Alright, finally ranked championships, weight classes on, so I can also try and get some stuff for Pettis that got a decision for against Roy Jones Jr., which we'll touch on that when I get to use him. We'll go against Mr. Volkanovski here with Mr. Hudafuk and hopefully hope for a good time. But I got into a fight. I was talking about, Aldo about to fight Mayweather. And a series of unfortunate events still went in my favor, but definitely did not enjoy that. happening at all. But I was discussing how Mayweather's still at the age where his skill level is still going to carry him against guys who are simply lesser boxers than him, because he's that fucking good, and he's also Floyd motherfucking Mayweather. And you can even see that it rings true if you see somebody like Pettis, how he was looking against Roy Jones Jr. Like Roy at 54 years old, winning rounds against somebody who's still in their 30s, still relatively in their athletic prime. And people were acting like it's a huge shocking upset that Pettis won. I'm like, well, motherfucker's 54 years old, bro. Striking is one of those arts where you really need your athleticism for striking. Like, you need your athleticism for striking. The last thing that goes is power, but your athleticism for everything else is, like, your skill and everything else plays a big role in striking. Grappling, not so much. Outside of, like, really explosive entries. Okay, I guess we'll play this game. But that's why you'll see guys like Alexei Oleinik, who was like, fucking, oh my lord, the bleed through. Oh, no, sir, no, you're not going to flex on me. I refuse to let you flex on me when you have fucking Volkanovski. We're going to have to disrupt your rhythm, excuse me. Just planning ripping those accursed 3-4 piece combos. Oh, that was nice. Slightly stepped out of range and landed a switch kick. That was not so nice. I gotta stop doing that. That's such a bad habit. Go, chip away at the body. Yeah, that's around the age where he was still looking pretty good against Anthony Pettis. But grappling wise, when it comes to athleticism, why you can see these old like wrestling coaches or old judo coaches, like they'll still be throwing their students because you're not taking the blows to the head. Hey, I saw what you was cooking. I know your type of. I know my own type of game. Excuse me. Yeah, I thought Pettis looked pretty good. I like that he went for that like nice little shifting hook, one of Roy Jones Jr.'s own things, and cracked a smile on him. That was pretty cool to see. Overall, it was a pretty fun looking event. I'm holding on pretty well too with Stevens. He's one of the 4-star fighters I definitely would not recommend though. If you're trying to rack up points with 4-star fighters, I'd probably stay away from him. I think Cub Swanson is a little bit of a better choice. You know, Crooks. Hey, got him with the hook. Crooks 209 is really good with Cub Swanson. Cub has better accuracy than Stevens, so that would definitely help you a long way and a lot more tools in his arsenal kicking wise, as well as off of his back. Like Stevens, as you guys saw, his bottom control is not too good. His submission threat off his back is not too good. Although he should have a Kimura if we just so happen to go down. Like, should have a Kimura for like a reversal or something. But whatever. We're here to brawl. We're here to brawl and box. Yeah, right there. We landed a little bit first. That looked kind of close to the TJ and Garbrandt knockdown when they're both just winging hooks at each other, and TJ landed his a little bit first. Just a little bit closer first. And touch him up. Whoa. My brother, you can't stay there forever. Ho! To Valhalla. 1, 2. Okay, he's gonna roll the backside. I try to be really careful in those ground and pound sequences because I know Volkanovski doesn't have a Kimura himself, but you really don't want to get rolled through or reversed or put in half guard. The camera angle gets messed up, and now all of a sudden, you know, you're like you get flipped into mount, or the guy gets a free transition on you while the camera's all messed up, and then you get submitted because your stamina's low. So I really try to be careful. He's just going to sit here. He doesn't want to move, so we're going to let the ref stand us up. Yep. Alrighty. Message from Marshall. Got to look at that real quickly. Right, his head off should be cooked by now. Oh, there we go. Let it float, little heathen. For the 1, and the 2, and the 3. Y ya está fuera. Let's go. Alright, we're going to call it that for Mr. Little Heathen. You know, the boxing thing for fighters, for MMA fighters specifically, My thoughts on there is, as long as they're making the money, I mean, that's cool and all. But remember that boxing, because it's just all that head damage, that stuff builds up. And if you already had an MMA career where you've taken, the shin to the dome, elbows to the dome, ground and pound, all that crazy stuff too, you're putting yourself more at risk for that CTE, I feel, especially much later in your mixed martial arts career, right? Or your combat sports career. So maybe the guys who are younger, if they want to keep doing that, I guess. But hey, this is what the fighters kind of have to do now to kind of make money for their family. But that's going to be it for showcasing Jeremy Stephens. I wish him the best of luck in his boxing endeavors. We're going to use the rest of the time in this weight class again on Anthony Pettis. So, Mer 17, I'm out of here.